Mario Party has long been the king of party games for decades, but LEGO is here to crash the party with promises of colorful chaos, family-friendly fun, and of course, bricks flying everywhere. That's right, today on Geeks with Kids, we are diving into LEGO Party, developed by SMG Studios and published by Fictions. It released on PC, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S on September 30th. Joining me today is Shouse and Brent. Hi guys, how's it going?
Hello.
Hey. So we've all played it. We're gonna break it down, the good, the bad, and the confusing. We're throwing down the bricks to see if this is worth your time. So let's start with the big picture. What was everyone's first impressions when you first booted it up? I'm gonna start with Brent and then go to Shows. Brent.
I was very happy to see that we finally do not have to buy a Nintendo product in order to play Mario Party for once. That was the biggest excitement I had going into this and it really did feel like you were playing a Mario Party game. I mean, albeit some differences in that, but it was nice to finally have a game like that on a console that I actually own and play regularly. So I was excited going in.
Awesome. Shows?
Yeah, sort of the same idea, like that it's right away, it's a Mario Party clone, but I guess I've always thought that there are two different types of people. There are people that like Mario Party and people that want to stay as far away as possible from Mario Party. And so it was interesting.
It causes fights and families to break apart.
Oh my goodness, yes. And it's like, okay, like if you've got 8 hours free to sit down and play a game, that's probably going to end in a massive fight, then play Mario Party. So I was going into this going, okay, what is this going to bring to the table that's a little different from what we've seen from the many iterations of Mario Party that have been out there? And it's got a few neat little quirks to it.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like when I saw this, when it was sent to our email, I was like, oh, sweet. I like Lego. Lego games are hilarious and fun. I like Mario Party, despite all the fights that my children get into. And we needed another party game. Like the last one that wasn't Mario Party was the Raving Rabbids game, and that was on Wii, way back in the day. So it was exciting to play this in a property that I really enjoy, as I have a stack of Lego that is just right there waiting to be built. I have the ornithopter from Dune that's just sitting there. I'm like, I gotta make it one day or multiple weeks.
You should do that on stream.
I am going to do that on stream one day.
Nice.
Once I clean my desk, make it a little more. Anyway, that's not important for now because we're talking about Lego Party. I'm going to take this first question because I think I'm the only one that played on multiple platforms. Brent, you played on PS5, yes?
Yeah.
And then
yes.
Shouse, you played it on the Switch 2?
I played it on my Switch 2, but I believe it's just the Switch 1 version.
It is a Switch.
I don't think they have a Switch 2 optimized version. No. So I was basically playing the Switch game on the Switch 2.
Yeah. So I played it on all three, and basically the graphics look the same on all of them. Performance-wise, I think the Switch 2 was the one that suffered the most. There were a little bit of hiccups. The controls were a little bit floatier in it. I don't know if that's a controller distance type thing that they haven't quite figured out on the Switch or Switch 2. The one that played the best was honestly the PS5 version for me. Graphically, they all look the same though. So presentation-wise, it seemed pretty good. Look at Shows popping in that Lego thing. You know what? I'm gonna switch this over to, if you're watching the stream, I'm gonna just pop us onto a video, and I think you're gonna see some gameplay back there. Some very bad gameplay of me playing this with my wife earlier.
This is your gameplay. Okay.
This is my gameplay.
So we just get to watch your wife beat you at all these games over and over again.
Yeah. So presentation wise, does the Lego aesthetic work for you? Does it fit what we've seen before, or do you think it looks a little dated in this?
I thought it was actually quite pretty. I was really impressed graphically with it. I don't play a lot of the Lego games, so I don't really have much to compare it against. But from what I've seen, it was very sharp, very high resolution. I thought it looked nice.
Yeah, it does.
I think Lego games have gotten just gorgeous over the years. I've been playing them for forever. When my son was 4 or 5 years old, we were playing Lego Marvel superheroes,
Yeah.
and even that was gorgeous. And that was like back on the maybe PS3 or something like that. And now we're I'm thinking of Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga is just gorgeous. So there's a lot of really beautiful games that have that Lego aesthetic to them. And I think this one, I agree with Brent. This one is really, really pretty.
Yeah, agreed, all around. And if you've played the Lego games before, you know that they're really known for their standout humor. That, like Chos was saying, the Skywalker games, the last Star Wars game was quite funny. Were there any standout animations or moments in the game that you saw that made you laugh? Brent.
I love the inclusion of the hosts. Like having that banter going on in the background. I mean, it would have been nice if not every single game was the one guy's favorite. Although it started getting kind of funny after a while when it's like, oh, this is like his 17th favorite game in a row. But I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that aspect of it, how it turned it more into a game show rather than like a board game like Mario Party. It kind of made its own little thing that way, and the banter was pretty good.
It had a little bit of "You Don't Know Jack" kind of feeling to it. It was fun. I found myself smiling quite a bit during the banter as well.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add to that about what stood out, maybe? Or is it just the host, really? Jose, sorry.
Oh, I mean, like the animations and the style. I just played today a little bit more. I wanted to try out like some different courses and stuff, and just some of the funny cartoony animations, like when you're in the pirate level and you get whipped across the map by the big squid.
Kraken?
He just whips you. Yeah, the Kraken whips you across the map, or the giant turkey falls on the guy's head. Like just little things that I could see being really funny for kids and immature guys like us.
What? I didn't laugh when the monkeys took people's gold bricks or.
No, I got angry. I got angry at that one.
I found it hilarious until in the game that I played, it happened 4 times in a row. The monkeys just kept coming out and attacking, and I was just kind of like, is this supposed to happen this much? Like, why are we only summoning monkeys?
The last game that I played, which we will not see on stream. Actually, we're still at the menu, which I think is really funny in the video. Yeah. The last game, right in the last turn, all 3 of the people after me got the guy to get a gold brick from me, and I was in last place. I was like, "You mother!" It was the longest. It was the theme park board too. So I had been playing for a long time. It was like a 75-minute game. Anyway, I want to go off of what Brent was talking about the announcers, because to me they felt very Pitch Perfectly. Like they felt like the announcers from Pitch Perfect. I don't know if you guys have seen that movie. Like the guy and the girl. Like it was
Elizabeth Banks and John Michael Higgins.
Exactly. So the humor felt like theirs. Like they made the puns. They were brutal at times. And looking online, I've seen a lot of parents and gamers been like, I played with like my kids and they started crying because the announcers are making fun of them. And I was like, I understand. My 4-year-old felt bad that that they said, you lost 2 in a row. That sucks. And I was like, oh yeah, this might be rough for younger kids. What do you guys think of their humor in that aspect? Brett.
I don't know. I didn't really pick up too much, but maybe that's because like I have such a deranged, morbid sense of humor as is, so things like that don't bother me. So I didn't really pick up on that. But I mean, I think it's better to ask, the people with children. What did you think about that?
Shows.
I mean, my kids are a little bit older, so when we played it, we just thought it was funny. Like when the announcers were making fun, like that was just part of the experience.
And then
but yeah, I can see if somebody's not really used to it. We were all making fun of each other the whole time.
Exactly. Like, I mean, when we play Mario Kart and we're doing that long race one, I can't remember what it's called, and they get knockout, and then they get knocked out. We're like, ha, 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 and we keep on driving. Like, I understand, but they do still feel bad about it. So these are the main aspect of this game is the board game, right? There's a mini game section where you can do just practice each of the mini games. You can do curated playlists, and then there's a high score version where they pick a game and you try and get the high score amongst your friends and whatnot. But the real Mario Party aspect is the board game, the challenge area. What do you think of the aesthetic of this? Did they feel alive, or were they kind of empty? Was there enough variety between the boards? Brent,
I only played the one board. Like I think
the space
I
one.
because oh yeah, I decided to be the rocket ship and or the rocket character, so I felt obligated to play the space board. So,
Yeah.
but I will say what I liked about it is I like that as you're playing through it, it's introducing new elements to keep things going. Like that cat shuttle that comes in at one point and offers like a secondary area that you can go to, and then all of a sudden when the alien arrives and you have all the little side questing areas and stuff to go through. Is I like that addition of adding new elements to it, but comparing it to any of the other boards, I'm not sure because I never got a chance to play any of the other ones.
Fair,
So
fair. Ghost.
So I played some of the sort of the mini game activities where you can just sort of do a variety of mini games, and then I focused on the pirate board,
Mhm.
and it felt very Mario Party to me in the same sense that you felt like there was a board going on and you were a part of it with either your friends or CPU players. So it didn't feel any more empty or any more full than any of those party games.
Mhm.
I do have some issues with the AI. I don't know if
We'll talk about
now's a
that
good
in
time.
gameplay.
We'll get to gameplay.
We'll talk
Okay,
about it in gameplay. Yeah.
but yeah, like I mean the games, the idea that certain parts of the board would open up, they would close. There were had the ability to set traps for other players.
Mhm.
It did feel like there was a lot of reason to go back and play a board a second time.
Yeah. I mean, agreed. I've was able to go through all of them: the pirate zone, the Ninjago zone, the space zone, and the theme park zone. And each of them did sort of offer different ways to expand it. Like there are areas where you can build um either different sections, and then like Brent was saying, there's things that come in and come out. There's random bosses that show up. It's neat. I like that based on what we've played with Mario Party. Like that's totally different, and that adds something new. And I wish there were maybe more boards, but who knows? Maybe they'll add more in a later DLC or that type of thing.
it feels like the kind of game where I mean I've already been reading out that they're planning on like uploading more character sprites and
Yes.
stuff like that as the game progresses. So I would imagine you're going to be getting more boards, more mini games.
For sure. Um,
I
so
like how
let's.
as your character leveled up too, I was unlocking additional minifigs for you.
Oh yeah, yeah. We'll talk about that in gameplay. Let's move over to sound and music. What do you think of the soundtrack? Was it good? Was it fun? Did it distract from you? Did it fit the style of the game, Brent?
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
style. I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's a family party board game. Like, so it has that very like upbeat, happy kind of music going through it. So, and I wouldn't say it distracted. It's definitely not something that like I can see and you have written. Would you play with the sound off? No. I mean that definitely adds to it. Um, I yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed it.
Nothing bad, nothing
It
good.
fit.
It's there.
No, yeah, yeah. To be perfectly honest, I don't remember it. It's I know that so it obviously didn't stand out one way, good or bad. So
Totally
it
fair.
it obviously didn't jar me from anything. So it must have fit.
Yeah. Ghost.
Yeah, it felt Lego to me. Like it just made me think of some of the previous Lego games that I had played. I'm thinking of, I'm drawing a blank on it, but the one where you're a police officer
Lego
and the
City.
Lego game. Yeah, yeah, like the type of humor, the type of jokes, the type of animation, the music, it felt very much like that. Like it was kind of quirky, kind of fun. I'm thinking of the character that popped in to sell you the golden bricks. Seemed funny
The Monopoly
and
Man.
and yeah, like over the top. Like it felt very Lego.
Mhm. I mean, I had a film prof that once said, if as long as something doesn't like take you out of the moment, it's doing its job. And that's what the music did. It didn't
Mhm.
stand out and it didn't distract. It felt like Fall Guy music. Although I
I'm
think
literally loading it up right now to play in the background
yeah.
while we're talking.
Fair. I mean, it's right now is the golf minigame in the video podcast, and I think I'm already off the screen because I already scored. Because I'm doing well. Yes.
I like that game. That was fun.
I like that one. What'd you think of the voiceovers? Like we talked about the hosts. good, bad. Like they had a couple other characters that would speak. There's monsters and stuff that would do sound effects. Anything stand out or just basic good standard voice acting?
I mean, other than like what we've already said about like the hosts and the commentators and that, I don't really know that too much of it really stood out beyond that.
Mm-hmm. No, same.
Like I know I'm thinking back to this idea of the announcers being, too mean for some players. And I wonder if, how there's a setting where you can only play the child-friendly games. I wonder if they'll put together a setting where it's, the announcer's nice to you.
Nice. Please press triangle to be nice. That would be very funny.
But it still feels very You Don't Know Jack to me. Like it still feels like it's making fun. It's trying to make you laugh. It's trying to make you
cry,
competitive with your friends. And when it goes and makes fun of the fact that like I was doing really well for a while, and then I lost like 2 or 3 games in a row, and it made sure that I knew that I was being dethroned, and I had gotten too confident, and it was going all.
I felt really bad today when I got last place in one of them today, and I was like, God damn it! You didn't have to tell me.
I don't think I've gotten anything other than last place in any of these. I'll wait till we get to the gameplay to go on about that.
Yeah. So this game has 4 sections as challenge zone, like we mentioned earlier. It's the board game section, Pirate Zone, Ninjago Zone, Space Zone, Theme Park Zone, collect gold bricks to win, that whole thing. Then there's Minigame Rush, which is curated playlist. That's where I first initially played, that had the kid-friendly playlist that made my kids cry. Then there's Score Chaser, which is it's like a one-up the competition for the high score. And then there's basic minigames where you can pick the minigame you want to pick and practice. There are 60 minigames in this game. Some of them sort of seem like they repeat and have the same, mechanics, but, pretty good. So let's talk about the minigames. How were they? Were they fun? Did they just seem to repeat all the time? Brent.
I will say that like a lot of them really did feel like stuff that was pulled directly from Mario Party with not much changes. Like a lot of the different styles, like I almost didn't even need to follow the instructions because I'm like, oh, I've played something like this very similarly. But the one thing I liked about the mini games in this was giving players the option to vote on which one they want.
Yep.
That like you have the 3 options. You can choose one of these 3, or you can go random. The highest vote count wins. And I did notice that when you're playing against all AI, like I guess I'm coming from the perspective of playing against all AI, they tend to lean towards what you want. What you
saw that too,
so, which was kind of nice.
Shows.
Yeah, like the same idea. There were a couple of fun ones, a couple ones that felt uniquely Lego. And a little bit of filler, right? Some ones that maybe weren't as much fun to play, and if you were playing with a group of players, you know that most people would not vote for those particular games. But like Brent said, the AI will kind of steer wherever you want to play, and we'll go that direction.
Mm-hmm. I tried to do the if 2 AI went on one thing, me and Meg would go on a different thing and see which one they would pick. And you're right. They totally were just like, let's pick the player people who will pick this one over here. Like, it was funny. As for the mini games, I thought they were pretty okay. There were some that I thought the controls were way too funky or weird. There's one where like you have to like rotate and like you're a little spaceship and you have to land and pick up people.
Oh, I remember the one spaceship one that was throwing me. I think it was throwing a lot of people off. Like other people had said when they played it, they were like, the controls in there are so fucked up. And I was just like, oh, it worked out perfectly for me because I play with reverse controls.
You're talking about the one where you have the fire,
spaceship where you have to
go backwards. And then
well, no, there's one where it's like you're a spaceship and you have to navigate around like asteroids and dock on a larger ship. Yeah, but it's all reverse controls. And I was like, oh, this is perfect for me. I was zooming through that.
I like that one. There's one where you have a little spaceship and then you have to land on these platforms and pick up little people. But like the controls are so funky, you're just like knocking people out. And there were some that were just so frustrating. And I was just like, am I going to throw the controller today? I can't. I just bought it. It's really nice. It's a Ghost of Joe Tai controller. I can't throw that one. But some of them were like awesome, like throwbacks to Nintendo games, like Excite Bike.
Excite Bike, yeah, that one was fun.
There was an RC Rally one where you're just like looping around. attack.
Yeah.
Like there's some great callbacks. Like
There was
they
like
have
a
air
Burger
hockey.
Time one where you have to
Yeah.
build like a hamburger, and I found that one really
I
frustrating. Like
love
trying to
that
figure
one.
out,
I'm
Except
counting
right?
animals right now on a farm.
that one was hard because the last one I did, they had 13 goats, but one goat kept on going behind and I never saw it. It was very frustrating.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, I think it was pretty good for my kids. Some of them were a little bit too hard. Like in the kid-friendly playlist, like my kids were like struggling with the ones that were friendlier. I didn't ask Joe, so what did your kids think about the mini games?
Yeah, same thing. Some of them were fun and they enjoyed playing them. The one that you have on the screen right now, where the thing is teetering back and forth. There was like
Oh, with the ducks?
yeah, that one they really enjoyed. There was one that we did with the golf, where you have to like push a little golf ball into the hole and it's bouncing off the walls and stuff. They were laughing and having a great time with that one. Um, I think we see the same kind of thing with Mario Party. There's not every game is perfect, and some games are going to be more interesting to some players, and so I think that's kind of you kind of need that in a game to kind of keep it mixed up a bit, because if you're really good at every game, then you're going to win every game, and it's not going to be any challenge, right?
That's how I like it. There was actually one other thing that I really liked about this game is that it really spoke to the Lego enthusiast, because there are games where you have to build like little creatures with Lego, or you have to sort Lego, and I'm like, these are the things I like doing just in my my spare time, like as a Lego nerd. So I appreciated that. Where are we now? We are at. Was there any favorite mini games for you, Brent?
There was one that I was like having a lot of fun with, was where you're all racing across the platforms that are gradually appearing as you go.
Hmm.
It was, you have to, like, you're trying to cross a chasm, but like the platforms that you have to go across are not fully on screen until you get far enough ahead,
That
then they
sounds like a
start
Fall
appearing.
Guys.
So it's
Level.
like, yeah, it's like you could be running down one pathway and thinking you're going to the end, and all of a sudden like that pathway just drops into nothing, and you realize, oh, I went the wrong way the whole time, and you have to like maneuver over. And it was kind of like, it's chaos at the end when everyone's all like bumping into each other trying to like get onto that last platform. So I enjoyed that. I mean, I like platforming games, so that was right up my alley.
I never got to play that one. Shows, is there a favorite that you had?
I think that golf one was my favorite. I had the most fun with that one, but the Excite Bike one was really fun too.
Yeah.
Like once you get the hang of it, I just felt like I wanted to just play that over and over again.
There was one I really liked and was in a mine, and you had to like swing across and pick up more hammers as you went along, and the furthest person got the gold or got the highest score. I thought that was really fun. It was.
Oh, I remember that. I struggled with that one.
I think I saw you do that on stream. I like that one a
I could not
lot.
figure out I ended up getting second place on that one just because the AI was apparently terrible at it. But like I was like I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't read the instructions ahead of time, and I was like, oh, I'm supposed to pick up the hangers for extra swings. Okay.
Fair.
There was one that I didn't like. It was kind of like a like a Guitar Hero style rhythm game thing where you had to dance and you had to kind of go back and forth. And I found that it was really like I kept losing my multiplier over and over again because I just was not timing it properly. And I'm pretty good at Guitar Hero, and I was not able to get that.
I don't know if you were good at it. Just joking. No, I understand.
I mean, back in 2009, I was awesome.
Back in the day. They just delisted Rock Band 4 on PlayStation, which makes me sad. Brent, was there one that you didn't like?
Yeah, this one I'm doing right now where I have to put all these damn Legos together in a pattern. What the hell?
I love that one. That one makes me so happy.
I'm doing terrible at it.
There's one. There was one where they show you a Lego instruction, and then they show you like 3 or 4 pieces, and they're like, which of these is not in that instruction? And I was like, goddamn memory games.
No, I enjoyed that one. The one that irritated me was the burger one, because I was screwing that up so horribly because I didn't realize that they start you with the bottom bun.
Yeah, me too. I didn't notice that either.
I thought that was just the platform that I was supposed to start on. So I kept grabbing buns and putting it down, and it kept going no. And I'm like, no, what am I doing wrong? Like, there's no bottom bun. Like,
Did you guys do the art history one where they show you like a painting made in Lego and they're like, who's this by? What's the title of this painting? I played that today and I was like, this is a kid's game? I don't think they know about the Blue Boy or like if Picasso drew this in Lego. I thought that was like, that might be a little bit hard for kids. What'd you think of the controls? Like overall, did you think they were floaty, pretty precise? I know had a difference between for me personally between PC, PS5, and Switch. And the oddly enough, the PS5 one was way more precise even than the PC one. Brent, what do you think of the controls?
I definitely felt like there's some precision issues along the way. Like, I mean, right now, like I said, as the one I'm playing where I'm trying to put these blocks together, and it just does not seem to want to line up properly, or like the way I'm
be by mouse. Like that feels like it should be a mouse game.
I'm looking at it and I'm just like, this feels like I'm in the right position, but then when I drop the block, it's not, and I'm like, yeah, something feels off with this. So there are some like for the ultra precise games, it definitely it felt a little off.
Yes.
So I only played this in handheld mode on the Switch 2. I didn't really have any issues with the control. It like aside from some of that timing stuff, like where when you're on the board, you have to press the button, like it's you have a chance to get some extra studs or something, and I couldn't tell if my timing was actually affecting that in any way. But in terms of latency, I didn't seem to have much issue playing it handheld. I didn't actually try that docked like with wireless controllers though.
Fair. Let's just say there's latency. That's why the Rock Band thing wasn't working for you.
Yes, that's what we're gonna go with.
Exactly why. Yeah. I like. It felt like this. If eventually they have a Switch 2 update, like it would be great to have it with your handheld and then switch to mouse mode for some of these games. Like it feels like some of them were designed for mouse and then they switched it over to controller. And it felt a little weird occasionally.
Well, it's like you said that teeter-totter one. Like I think you watched me play that one, and I was having no problem with it. And then you said, "Oh, I think this was supposed to be designed for the Switch motion controls and that
gyro." Yeah,
and I was like, that makes a lot more. That makes me feel like it would be more difficult. But on controller, like that was nothing. Like I didn't fall off once. Like,
yeah, same.
Eric, did you play this on PC?
I played it on PC. Yeah, for sure.
So on PC, do you have to use a controller or can you play it with keyboard and mouse?
You can. I found it weird with keyboard and mouse, like super weird. Like this game is designed for controller.
Okay.
I don't think you can use the mouse during the controls, or at least I never found it useful. I was just using SAD W the whole time.
Okay.
But yeah. And then occasionally enter and spacebar or whatever, the one button thing that they would normally do. But yeah, it's harder for like air hockey and stuff when you want to like go in a diagonal. It's harder to be that precise when you're using SAD W keys. I don't know why. Anyway, let's talk about AI here because we're still talking about gameplay. What did you guys think of the difficulty, like between easy to hard? Brent.
So I've only played on normal and hard, and I did not notice much of a difference between the two. I think the only difference I really noticed was that in hard mode, you tend to do very well at the beginning of the game, and then once you hit about round 4 or 5, suddenly everything shifted, and hard mode just became like, it wasn't that anything was more challenging, it was just like all of a sudden the AI was all getting great rolls, and they were landing on the exact spaces they needed, and I remember playing the Guitar Hero one. Like I was watching and I was like maintaining the bonus of 8 times the entire time. And the first time I played it, and when I played it in an early round, I won the challenge handily. When I got the challenge again later, and I was still maintaining that 8 times, all of a sudden I was like, "Oh, I crushed that!" And I looked, and I'm like 3rd place. And I look at them like some of the scores they were getting was like, how in the hell were they getting scores that high?
Yeah.
Like it just seemed like as soon as it hit, it lulls you into thinking you're doing good, and then all of a sudden it just switches, and you just get punished. And I have not, like I said, I've not finished the game not in 4th place yet.
Jose.
So I only played it in easy, and I had the exact
Okay.
same experience as Brent. Started off the first few rounds, I was doing great. I had 3 or 4 gold bricks. I was doing fabulous. And then by the time I was getting near the end of the game, the AI could do no wrong.
Yeah.
And they took all my bricks, and
Yeah.
so I was basically playing on hard mode in easy mode.
Yeah.
I'm
Sort-
seeing the one mini game I'm about to go into was one that I had a real issue with the AI, was the air hockey one.
Mhm.
Every now and then your
Mhm.
partner just would either chase it after you and bump into you and stop you from hitting it, or it would clearly go at them and they would just stand there and let it go by.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, come on. Like,
Yep. No, I agree. To be honest, I think easy. Like I had played all 3. Easy was nice because it was they were so dumb at the beginning, so dumb. But then the later rounds they would be getting 6 to 8 on their rolls always, and I was for some odd reason always getting like the lower half of the rolls, and I don't know if that's because I was being bad at that point, but I will assume that it's not. Um, as for the gameplay, hard and normal, like once you get in the later ones, it's brutal. Like I don't know how you could be so precise in that Guitar Hero one. Like I had the same issues because when it gets to singles, it's so hard to keep because it's not precise, and it doesn't go
Yeah.
with the music really. Anyway, I don't.
Yeah, you're just kind of watching it. You're not really using your ears to help that one at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, it's very confusing as a Rock Band player, and I'm a much better one than shows.
I just won a mini game without even touching the controller.
It's because they
It was
saw that
the-
you're playing the Ghost of Yotai control, and they're like,
It's
too pretty.
They were intimidated by your controller.
It's a partner one with the tanks where each of you controls a tread on the tank.
Mhm.
I just put the controller down and let the partner do it, and we won first, like, easily.
Okay, so that
Okay.
was something that I was going to bring up when we were talking about AI, because it was exactly that game when I was playing with I was playing this game with just my daughter at the time, and it was her and an AI player and me and an AI player, and I was like, this is the kind of game where you need to be able to speak to you need to be able to talk to your partner, like, okay, we're going that way. And I was like, I'm not talking to anybody. I have no clue. Like, I'm going to point up, and I'm going to hope that the AI also realizes that I want to go up. And it just felt weird with some of the games playing with an AI player. And that was the point that I was going to make earlier about the AI, was that it's there, and it will play with you, and it will, if you're playing either yourself with a bunch of AI players or a couple of humans and a couple of AI players, some of it just really feels like you need a human there, and the AI is just not really well suited for some of the mini games.
Yeah, I really wish I tried this online, but I don't like talking to random people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, people suck.
People do suck. But it was nice playing couch co-op, and that did help at times. Which, because this is compared to Mario Party a lot, what do you think of the board game? Like, so for Mario Party, you'll go through the game, you'll get all your stars, and then at the end, you'll get like random, stars and stuff because of random things you do in the game. Whereas this one's you have to get the bricks and you have to get the studs to win. What do you think of that type of gameplay compared to Mario Party? Brent.
I wish that we had the trophies at the end. I think that would have made it more fun. I think it makes the game more engaging because it makes you want to do things other than just rolling the dice and going square to square to square. There's more to do. I did feel like the boards were lacking in variety. Like there wasn't really a whole lot going on like through most of it. I don't know. I just felt like there could have been more things. There could have been more competitiveness compared to how you land.
Interesting. Shows.
Yeah. Maybe that's just because of the board that I played on compared to the others, but
no, it's the space one has lots of variety. Like you can build different areas. Like it would be cool if you got an award for building the most areas or exploring the most,
or going the most squares, like going the most, moving the most pieces or whatever. Yeah, I felt like that added in Mario Party anyway, added a degree of randomness to it. Like you didn't quite know, like you were like, okay, I'm pretty sure that I won. I think I have enough. And then you go into that final round and you find out that your friend actually had traveled the most or had gotten the most coins or something and ended up getting some bonus ones, and they ended up taking the win at the end. But even in this, the announcers even made a joke and said, "We're pretty sure we know who won, but let's go and do the ceremony anyway."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like, if you knew you won, you're probably wanting to see that ceremony, but everybody else who was playing with you was probably like, "All right, I'm going to get a drink," and then they get up and leave, right?
Agreed on all these points. Let's move on over to performance and technical section. Did you guys notice any frame drops, loading issues, bugs in the game? Brent.
Not that I recall. I don't think anything really like stood out to me in that sense. Yeah, I didn't really have like much issues with that. Like the majority of my issues were AI related, but I don't know if anyone else noticed anything. Maybe I just don't recall.
Yes.
Seemed pretty smooth to me. I think it was pretty well polished. Like it's not the kind of game where they're going to keep putting updates out for like fixing technical bugs and stuff. It seems pretty good out the gates.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. Like the same. Like they all played pretty well. Performance wise, I think the Switch is the only one that suffered a little bit, and that's just loading times issues. And I had occasional stutters, and mine was all docked, but like nothing that would distract from me. Like
was there any talk about this game being optimized for the Switch too?
I'm not that I've seen or heard. So maybe
like it has the assets, like it has the 4K assets if it's running on the PS5 and the Series X and the PC.
I don't know. I don't know if they did anything for this or if it's just optimized for the Switch 1. That's what I should have done. I should have played on Switch 1 and Switch 2 and seen if there was a difference.
If there was a difference, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't think about that. Future update or whatever from us. Maybe. We'll see. But overall, like PC, PS5, Switch, surprisingly common in their performance, which is actually really good. You can't say that about both games, right?
It didn't take that long to load. Like the loading times seemed reasonable.
Now I want to know about Switch 1 because Switch 1 would load a little bit slower. Because Switch 2 is pretty good on the slow time. Anyway, I think this is gonna be our accessibility and kid friendly section. So Brent, you might not have anything to add, but if it's accessible, we can all talk about that. What do you think of the approach? Do you think this approach is good for younger players? Brent, you don't need to chime in if you don't want to for this.
No, yeah, you guys go ahead.
Okay, Jess.
Yeah. I mean, I think that the great part about Mario Party in the first place was that it was a game that you could play with the family and everybody could grab a character and grab a controller and play. And so the fact that you could either be a Ninjago character or you could just be like dressed up as like a giant carrot or something, like it just seems like regardless of what your sense of humor is, that it would work. And I think I think it should be okay. Now I don't know how young, because like I know you have younger video game age kids than I do, Eric.
Yeah. I mean, like how old are your kids now? 15 and 11.
And 11. 14 and 11. And almost 2.
Mine are 4, 7, and almost 11. So
yeah.
I think the
4-year-old, for example, how would your 4-year-old feel about this game?
She got really sad when the announcers were making fun of her. But like she was able to do some of them, but some of them she'd be like, I need some help, which is fair. She's 4. She doesn't play many.
Makes sense.
Games. She plays the Bluey video game. She's fine with that. But like this one, okay. My 7-year-old had issues with some of the games, but not all of the games, which is good. Yeah. But the thing is, she can play all of the Mario Party games, like all of them. And I don't know if that's just from repetition, but she's always been good at Mario Party. My 11-year-old, she plays Roblox. She's fine with video games. She was fine with this. What about yours? Age range, like your 11 versus your.
Yeah, they both of them, the 11-year-old and the 14-year-old, both had no real issue with the games aside from some of the quirks that we talked about. About it just not working properly. The hamburger one annoyed all of us. We had the same issue that Brent had. We were all laughing and having fun at the fun ones, sort of in the same way.
Was there a
But
lot of
I
I'm
agree
suffering
that
on Rocket League right now.
That's fair.
Oh.
Was there a lot of frustration? Like, did the gameplay frustrate you guys as a family unit while playing at all?
the mini games not as much as the frustration that would come from feeling like you earned something, like a golden brick or a whole bunch of studs. You feel like you worked hard towards something and then it was immediately taken away from you.
Yeah, by AI.
And I find that kind of thing, whether you're, I guess, 4 or 5 or whether you're 15, you're going to struggle with that. You're going to get annoyed.
I definitely kept on taking bricks away from my 11-year-old. But that's just how I am, and she loved it. And let me tell you how much she loved it. What did they think about the? Okay, I can ask all of us this. What do you guys think about the customization of the minifigs and stuff, and the buying minifigs? And was there enough variety? What, Brent?
I mean, it just to start, like I couldn't believe how many different sprites there were to choose from, like costumes and that. Like I was shocked that there was as many as there was.
Mm-hmm.
And then to find out like afterwards that like, oh, you can still buy more and like you can earn more as you play and like you can make them customizable. Like I love that. The only thing you guys are probably more Lego aficionado than I am in media in general, but were there other sprites that were based on characters? Because the only one I recognized was the one from the Lego movie.
Mm-hmm.
Elizabeth Banks' character from the Lego movie. That's the only recognizable one in the entire group, and I was kind of like surprised that there weren't more that I knew.
It wasn't actually her. It wasn't really Wild Style. It was a
It
play off
really
Wild Style, and
looked like her though.
and it was just a little bit different. There's also an Indiana Jones character, just a little bit,
A little
different.
bit. It felt like they were avoiding any licensing of characters, but Ninjago, I think, is their own
It is
IP,
their
right?
own,
So
yeah.
they were able to hop in and use as many of those characters as they wanted. But it's not like Lego Dimensions that had pretty much every movie and video game character out there.
Yeah, I mean, that's the one thing that made me sad. Is that it wasn't Lego Dimensions with everything. So
It would be really it would be cool if it had if you could hop in as any of your Marvel characters or Doctor Who or Jurassic World, whatever you wanted to hop in as. That would have been amazing.
that was sort of the thing I was waiting for, was for me to be like, hey, look, there's Luke Skywalker. I can dress up as Blue Milk Luke Skywalker,
Yeah.
or like white suit Darth Vader. That's what I wanted. That was high hope. I knew it wasn't gonna happen. Maybe they'll add DLC like in Rock Band.
There could be there could be like expansion packs and stuff like they do with Fall Guys, where they do different themes and that. So
that's what I was expecting. Fall Guys, like collaboration, that type of thing.
Yeah, there'll be like a new season of a Star Wars show on Disney Plus, and then they'll put out some minifigs in this game to go along with it.
I see you've been playing Skywalker saga on the Lego one. Because that's what they did literally when that happened.
Yep.
Oh, let's see. Where did I end that?
But I went straight to the little space guy with the broken helmet. That was I had some nostalgia attached to that character.
The yellow one. There's one character that looks like one of the characters from Daft Punk, and I was like, well, I'm obviously gonna pick you now. Although also the banana guy, peak humor there.
Yeah. Although the one that looked like a peas in a pod, I've got some trauma now because that AI character just kept beating me at every game. I don't know why, but it's
that was the one that Megan always picked. So that's funny. So let's talk about
all I know is during my game I was screaming at Green. I don't know what character sprite he was, but I was screaming at the green character because he had it in for me.
Oh, great. What do you think the replay value on this game is? Do you think people are going to come back and play it over and over again? Or do you think this is going to lose its variety after like a couple weeks?
It depends on what they do with it. The reason why Fall Guys lasts as long as it does and still goes on, and the reason why Fortnite does as well, is because they keep adding things to it. They keep making the game fresh and bringing people back in. If they add more things to this, then I think it'll definitely increase it. But I do worry about the AI issue, because if people play this and are constantly getting beat down, especially if you're playing against the computer, it's not going to make you want to come back. Like, fair. I could see but I haven't played this with a group of people, and I think that I even said that on stream after I finished it. I said I think this game is good, but I think against other people directly, it would be great.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Like I played it with 2 people and 1 AI, and I felt like that 1 AI just kind of took away a bunch of the fun.
And you
Like, I
can't
feel like
just do
the
3 too. You have
you
to have
can't. No, it forces you to do 4. So if you have 4 people ready to play, I think you're going to have a better experience than if you just have 2 or 3 people, or even just one person playing.
Fair. No, I totally agree. Like the most fun I had was when I had all of us, like when we were all playing. There might have been some tears and some frustration from the littles, but we all had fun because we were playing together.
And it helps builds character. It helps teach them that life, is not always fair.
That's why I threw them in the lake
one
before
stud
giving
at a
them
time.
swimming lessons, right? That whole thing. No,
Yeah,
but no, seriously.
But
like,
with
playing with the AI was not as fun. Like, because you're just like, why are these guys doing so well all the time? You're just like, I guess I don't know.
But with the longevity part.
I'm playing the one right now where it's the giant ball and the 4 vases that you have to break your opponent's vases, and all 3 of them are targeting me.
Yep. I mean, I would do that.
I'm literally just fighting them off right now.
Yeah.
Even the guys who are eliminated are all just targeting me.
I mean, why wouldn't you? I think on the stream we just had the memory.
But I won
with the faces. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, Jost.
I was just thinking of the idea that this game is so multi-platform. Like, we're comparing it to Mario Party because that's the closest comparison, but Mario Party's always been a Nintendo exclusive. And so if you want to play a Mario Party style game, there's not a lot to choose from in the Xbox, PlayStation, PC world.
Yeah, that's at the beginning. Like, that's what I liked about this, was that it's bringing a game that I don't normally get to play, because I don't really play my Switch very often. I'm not gonna. They never have that game on sale. It is always $80 or $100, and I'm not buying that if I know that I don't have a lot of people to play with. So it's nice to have something that's multi-platform like this. Like, I mean, when Fall Guys came out, I was all over that. So this
playing it all the time,
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think on your stream, one of the first things, I think it was Taffy who asked, is if this was cross-platform, and we're like, yeah. This is the one of the good things. Like, you can play it on PC versus Switch versus Xbox. The PC version does not support ultra wide, so there's no advantage that way either. I have an ultra wide, so I just had the sides cropped off, which was annoying as an ultra wide player. But it's nice to have something that you can play with everyone, as long as you have the amount of people and you don't have to add the AI. AI. Would you pick this over Mario Party one night if you were playing, Brent? If you had people over, if you say you had 3 friends over and you're like, I have Mario Party, I have Lego Party. What do you guys want? What do you want to play?
I think I would probably go Mario Party, honestly.
That's fair. Jost?
Yeah.
I think it depends on who I'm playing with, because if I'm playing with people that I know are huge Lego fans, like, I know that I've played Mario Party with my kids before, and I've played this with my kids, and I think they had more fun with this because they have so many Lego sets and they grew up with Lego, and everything is like they have so much fun with Lego that it kind of added that element to it. So I think for them, they would be really into the Lego aesthetic. But if I had a different group that were maybe more used to playing Mario Party on the Nintendo 64 and the GameCube, then I'd probably want to go that route.
Interesting. Like, we are pretty big Lego fans too in our house, and I think my kids would probably pick Mario Party still. I think the variety of controls and like the way to play. You know how Raving Rabbits was always so random with the controllers, like you would do different things with it. I think that Mario Party has a little bit more of that than this game, and I think that's what makes that one a little bit more varied.
This one feels more like you're playing against the game, whereas Mario Party feels more like you're playing against each other. And that's what games like this should be. It should be more of like a friendly competition rather than like a frustrating playing against the design.
Do you think there's something missing that could have made this more addictive, Brent?
I think it's honestly just it's we've gone over it. It's just the
Just
AI
that.
thing. I think it's yeah. I think it's just the game feels too unfair right now. It feels too lopsided towards punishing you rather than making it challenging.
House?
I wonder what would happen if you could just have 4 AI players. I wonder who would take it.
That's what
Does
you
it let you do
wondering?
that?
I don't think they'll let you do that.
Because now I just want to sit back and watch and see what the AI does to
Where's the
itself.
chaos gonna lead? I mean,
I know.
the thing that would make this more addictive for me is collecting more minifigs, like more and more. Like I like collecting things. So
Yeah.
if you add Star Wars in this, I will try and get it all.
I think like that, and if they added like unlockables and stuff like that too, like like you play a certain amount or do so well in a game, and you eventually unlock more mini games.
Or you do
Or
a
things
certain
like-
thing and it gives you something special because you did this one thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, like you know me, I'm a platinum hunter. I'm a trophy hunter. I like to have objectives and goals in games and stuff like that. So adding something like that would definitely create a more addictive play style for me.
Agreed. All right, this is the end. This is the final countdown. Final verdict. Let's go with that. It's not the final countdown. So let's go around the table one more time. I'm gonna go reverse this time. Would you recommend this game now? Would you wait for a sale? Or would you not recommend it? Shows.
I think I'd wait for a sale. I think this would be if you can get it for a good price, you had a bunch of people to play it with, then I think it would be a pretty easy recommend. But at full price, I don't think at this point I would recommend it to anybody.
Sure. Brent. Sorry.
Yeah, what's the price tag on it?
I think it's a full price game. Let me make sure.
Is it a full price?
Let me.
Definitely, if it's full price, it's definitely wait for sale. Not so much that the game isn't like worth it as is now, but
It's not full price.
This
game.
okay.
It is $35 US right now on Steam.
Oh,
and then
that's not too
46
bad.
Canadian on Switch.
That's
Or-
not too bad. I would still probably wait for sale regardless.
Yeah.
Not just out of principle of it, just wait to see what they do with it first. Because like if this was one of those games that ends up being DOA and nothing happens to it, then don't bother putting your money in. But if you see that they are putting time and effort into like putting in DLCs, making upgrades, adding more content, then absolutely like pick it up. But as is right now, no, I agree. Wait for sale.
I'm gonna,
Yeah, like I feel like even if they don't do much with this game, if you could grab it for $10, $7.99 or something, awesome, go for it. Pick it
I
up.
would like to point out right now in the game that I'm playing, I'm on now round 9 of 20.
Mhm.
I don't know how this is possible. I have won 5 out of the 9 rounds, first place. I'm currently in 4th place. How does that make sense?
So for me, there's a pretty good variety of games. I think they need more boards. There's only 4 boards out of the 60. That can get probably boring a little fast. And the fact that you can't play those board games less than 45 minutes. There are times when I want to have a smaller game, right?
Yeah.
I can't always just sit down for 45 minutes to play one round of a game. The mini games varied, they're okay. Controls are a little bit iffy for some of them. The AI issue, which we said earlier, and the fact that you can't, just play with like 2 players or 3 players. Like you have to have the 4 people all the time. I would also say wait for a sale, to be honest. Hopefully they add more. Like it's a fun game. It's really hard. Like it's hard. It's harder than Mario Party, but like it's certainly fun. I maybe ease up on making fun of the people that are losing announcers. But yeah. And now, so there's one thing that we were doing a review the other week, and I was like, what'd be really funny is if we did it like a tagline. Like, you know how movie posters have like a one sentence review by a reviewer? What would that be for you for this game, Brent?
Keep coming back to me. I should have read that.
No, that wasn't in there. That was me thinking that. What about you, Shows?
How about it doesn't always get easier?
Brent, do you want me to go?
Yeah, go for it. I have
Like in
oh, God,
like
yeah.
in Bricks, no one can hear you scream like an alien. Huh? Brent, come on, man.
I'm gonna bow
You're
my head because
you're
I'm playing. So I'm playing the one that I said earlier I was really good at, the rocket ship one, and I literally just got bumped off the map, which I didn't even know was possible. I won the first 2 rounds of it. In the third round, I got knocked off the map by the other players.
so
that
Brent's
came in
tagline
fourth.
is going to be,
So
"I didn't even know
my
this was
tagline is
possible."
AI is dangerous. AI
Yes,
is scary.
it is. So full disclosure, we did get this game reviewed copy so that we could try it out and have this review. So thank you for the review copy. We do really appreciate it, and we like checking these things out so that we could tell you guys how we feel about it. Yeah. So there you have it. Our breakdown from Lego Party. Some fun, a lot of frustrations, some more fun, maybe more frustrations, but definitely worth talking about. Thank you, Brent. Thank you, Shows, for coming and talking about Lego Party. We're going to be back probably next week talking about Peacemaker because it ends this week. And we need to talk about it. Oh, I don't know if Shows is watching it, but definitely Brent and me are going to probably talk about it.
Hawk's watching it. Dave is currently watching it right now.
I'll have to get caught up.
Yes,
Oh,
you
yes.
will.
You will speed through season 2
as soon as you
boy,
find
it's
out
good.
what happened. No, it's so good. Yeah. So for Brent, for Shows, for me, Eric, Geeks with Kids, we'll see you guys. Thank you for coming. We'll talk to you soon. Goodbye.
Bye.
Well, that's it for us this week on Geeks with Kids. If you want to get a hold of us, you can send us an email at podcast@geekswithkids.ca. And don't forget to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/geekswithkids. Follow us on Twitter at geekswithkidstn. Check out our pics on Instagram at geekswithkids. And you can find all of this good stuff on our website at www.geekswithkids.ca. So if you like what you hear, why don't you hit that subscribe button and leave us a comment. This podcast can be found on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, YouTube, and your favorite podcasting app. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.